I'd like to welcome you to the Predestined Show, visually transcribing national and international gospel artists, bringing you guests such as Keith Wonderboy Johnson, Everett Jake, Alabama Girls, and more. Exclusive energy-packed 30 minutes with Lady of Gospel, who holds the standard, Danita Gibson.
Welcome to part 2 of our interview with George Dean of the Gospel 4. Yeah.
That is me for real. I am all Dean and I'm all Gospel 4.
You all Dean on all Gospel 4. So
I'm predestined.
You predestined.
Say it again. I'm predestined to be that way. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I wanted to so can you tell us about the group? You know, who's all in a group now? I know some have gone on and you done changed a lot. So who's still in the group and who's not,
Yeah, we're looking at 53 years of Gospel 4. And of course, when we started, it was John Whitmore and I actually started the group. And I had another brother that was bass player. And at that time, I was the lead guitar player. And other people were singing lead. And we had a bass singer at the time and a top singer that could sing straight natural, how he wanted to get. And another guy was singing lead. And it ventured, my brother got killed in Vietnam. And it ventured to some other people joining the group as well. And so at some point I put the guitar down and start leading. And first of all, I started writing my own songs. I didn't halfway know what I was doing, but it actually worked out for me. I started writing my own songs. And so now I have my baby brother to sing with me, and my drummer, my keyboard player has been with me 20 something plus years. My lead guitarist and my bass guitarist has only been with me very shortly because I was using lead guitar from Texas and one from Florida, which was not good for us to practice. So we have changed all of that, and these two are very close to Memphis, Tennessee. And so now I have those two. My sound man, which was the son of John Whitmore, who started, is still with me as well. And I don't know if you heard Blessed by Four, but the Blessed by Four lead singer's son also sing with me. His name is Jason. And so right now, I have a pretty good system working for me. Like pandemic, we hadn't had a chance to practice, like none. So now we are getting a chance to do that because of how we've put everything together. And actually, I'm looking forward to that. I'm getting so many bookings till it's hard to find dates to practice, but we're going to put it all together and make it work before it's over. I like bringing those guys in on a weekend because most of them still have jobs. And I try to work around all of that situation as well, because I understand that I worked and I was just fortunate enough to be able to travel whenever I wanted to or need to, and had favor. Well, first with God and those people that were over me on the job. And so now I have a pretty good system, and we'll see how that works out. A lot of times we're going to have how should I put this? A Judas syndrome from somebody in a group, not necessarily towards to kill or to have me killed, not that far, but what should I say, a troublemaker. Everybody gonna have somebody, just the nature of the beast. If it happened to Jesus, we just look forward to it. So hey, but so far we've done well. Guys have been very respectful to me and my brother. We run the group. We are the people of the group, and he takes care of his part. I take care of mine. I take care of the singing on and off the floor, practice, blah, blah, blah. He takes care of the business, and then we mingle with both at one time or another. because me and my brother get along like two pair of shoes. You know, it's kind of hard for the right foot to wear the left one. So blah blah blah. So actually, he wear the left and I wear the right one. So it works out pretty well for us. So at this point, we have a great balance. So now I want to get rid of some hard practice and then bring it all together, because the more we practice it, the more the jail be there as well. And it becomes kind of easier for us to do some things, even though it's not always going to be easy. It's going to be different times. Not always going to sound the same. Sometimes you got to have some bad nights to appreciate some good ones. So, hey, what can you say? That's life. Yeah.
That is life.
That's where we
So
are. Yeah.
tell me about the song, excuse me, One More Blessing. So you wrote that,
So
One
you've been,
More.
oh yeah. So you've been listening, huh?
Mm,
Yeah. Actually, you know, when we had a record company called For Life Miracle Records. Joe Horn, the football player, owned that record, and we practiced and practiced. But one day we was going to practice, and I walked out the door and I forgot to tell God thank you. Went back in and said, Lord, thank you for this day. And I come out of the house singing. When I got up this morning and saw a new day, I
mm,
said, one more blessing, Lord, you send my way. I took that song right onto rehearsal, and everybody, it was kind of like a joint venture. Bam, you know, everybody was in, you know, to the point where they were saying, "Oh man," you know, the guys were just all into the song, which sometimes says to me, "Okay, that's the one." So hey, let's take that and go with it. And so it became the play song, actually, you
yeah.
know, for the media, and has done well for us, and people still ask for it pretty much everywhere we go. It's hard for me to go back to sing some other songs that I want to sing, because when I get there, they ask for certain songs, and I try to make sure I do things that they ask for sure. Then sometimes I'm into the spirit with something else, and I'll go with that, you know, just spend it. And sometimes the guy said it didn't work, but it worked for me, and it might have worked for one person, which it might have meant to be for that person. So I'm still good. You know, they don't argue with me though. They'll just say, "Hey, I don't know, man." You know, so I'm saying, "Okay, we'll get you next time."
Yeah,
So it
and
works
it's
out well.
funny that it's funny that you mentioned that, because a few years ago, mentioning Blessed by Four, it was you, Blessed by Four, and another group, and it was called the Fours, that were here in Detroit several years ago, and you sang that song right at the
Hmm.
we call it 8 Mile Road Church. What's the name of
Eight
it?
Mile Road Church. That's right.
It's
That's
Mount
it.
Olive.
Mount Olive.
Mount Olive, I believe.
Mount Olive on 8 Mile Road.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
and you
was
know,
Gospel Four, Blessed by Four, and I don't remember the other group.
me either. I
The
cannot
other group
remember
was from
with fours in your
the
name.
other group was from Detroit, wasn't it?
Well, they had some people here from Detroit singing. It wasn't me, but but no.
Yeah,
They had.
you
I can't
Predestined.
remember.
You'll be all right.
Remember. I remember Blessed by Four, and I remember you. And then there was another group that had four in their name. I can't remember who it was, but it was a good concert. And you did sing that
Yeah,
song,
yeah.
"More Blessing" there.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
it,
yeah. Yes,
that
indeed.
song blesses everybody. You know, your whole CD back then was like you could just put one
Thank you,
song
thank you.
and go all the way through. It's not like now with you listen to one song and you know that might be a favorite, and then you turn it off and might put someone else in. Back with
Mhm.
that whole CD, it was like every song was just booming. It was just blasting for me. So you
Well,
know,
thank you. I certainly
work-
appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate that. Those are the things that make me keep writing. You know, just for your conversation alone. Um, you know, it kind of sparks me to keep doing some things that I do. And I get a lot of people that says how the song bless them. That makes a difference for me. Yeah, make you
and
feel like
that's
what
what
you're doing is worthy.
yep, that's what songs should do.
I'm
You
sorry.
know, even the Songs of David. You know, it gives you uplift. It should uplift you.
Mhm.
You know, when you're feeling down, you put on a
Hmm.
good song with a good message that is for real.
Yeah,
You know, and
that's what I'm
it
talking about. Yeah,
and you can resonate with it, you know, and it'll do something to your spirit. You know, you can be in your car, you know, just like I said
right,
with waiting. You could be in your car and put on a song with some feeling to it, you know, that has a
right,
great
right.
and it could uplift you. You know, sometimes I literally be in my car sometimes shouting with nobody but me in the car, and I'm not the best driver in the world. So
Right.
oh, hush, you don't have to.
You're gonna have to
No.
be cool there. You're gonna have to take it easy.
Oh, she was agreeing with the shouting, not my driving. But you know,
Okay.
it's
Y'all all right. You know that y'all all right.
this my
Boy,
sister
that's
behind
tough. But yeah.
her.
Oh yeah.
But you know, it's
Okay.
just good, you know, when God gives you that song, and at the time it might not be anything for you, you know, it might be a throwaway for you, you know, in a sense. But then
Mm-hmm.
when you come together and you
Mm-hmm.
just see the people and how the song moves people, you know, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like, wow, you know, you see amazing how amazing God is and how he works.
Right. Exactly. And God don't necessarily work in the point where everybody has to jump up, stand up, and all that stuff while you're singing and rocking and blah. And that's not necessary. I have done some churches of different nationalities, of not only African American, but the white, the mixture, and they sit and never move, you know. And because of our culture, we say, well, we must not be doing nothing, you know what I'm saying? But when you end your song, everybody stands and claps.
Yep.
You know, it's a different situation because they are listening. They're listening rather than all of the movement. They sit there and listen to actually what you have to say. And if they appreciate what you're saying, then they get them start clapping. I remember the first time I had like an all white audience of that kind. So, you know, so I'm trying to figure out what should I sing, but I'm already singing. I already got something to sing. You just got to be able to sing it, you know. So that's where that Farther Along came, you know, because it's a different kind of song. And then the song I put out about he takes the ordinary and change the necessary, makes the heart feel merry. That's what Jesus will do. Those are kind of songs that they'll sit and they'll listen, but they appreciate the song. And so I just go and sit at my table because they're coming by.
Yeah, because I go to a multiracial church, and you know it's the same thing. Coming
Okay.
back from an apostolic background, when I started going to my church, I was
Okay.
out of place because I was jumping around and you know speaking tongue and all this, and so when I go to church sometimes, you know, because they listen to hymns a lot. Me, I'm not a great hymnal person, and I play the drums at
Right.
church. Never really
Right.
open it up, but you know, and I was telling my pastor a couple weeks ago, I said, you know, there was a hymn that they were singing, and I don't really like hymns, but you know, it was one of those. It was I can't think of it now, but when I left church, that song just kept playing in my head, you know, and so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
when you go when
Mm-hmm.
God when there's a move of God, it has no color, you know, it's not a
That's
racial
right. That's
anything
right.
like that, you know.
That's right.
God will move into someone sitting still as well as he will someone jumping around the
Right.
church, you know, as long as it's real, you know.
Right.
That's
Well, God sends the spirit, but the spirit itself has no eyes, no
yeah.
ears, blah, blah. So it goes to wherever God sends it
Mm-hmm.
and reaches those that would accept it, you know. So I just try to listen to what the spirit has to say for me and my song and deliver it pretty much how he, most of the time my song will come with words, with timing, and I'll just pick up my phone, and as he give it to me, I have written a whole song from beginning to end just by singing it to my phone as I wrote. And as he give it to me, make things, you know, you talk about the rhyme and the words. It's just amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's excuse me for saying man, but it's amazing. Yeah. But hey, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it is. So let's do this. Let's talk about what's coming up for the Gospel Four and how people can get in touch with you. You know, if you have a cash app, so we'll
Well,
give you a
I
chance to.
well just so people will know, we are getting ready. We're working on our next project. I'm actually looking forward to it because there's songs that I'm gonna have to pick and I'll use my guys in the process of picking because I have so many. And but that's good because once I get through that and work a while, I'll start on another one. We're getting ready now. We're starting to hit the road a lot more. In fact, I just did Albany, Georgia. This Sunday I'll do Evansville, Louisiana, and then I'll take a week and practice, and then we'll do the Ecclesia. And then we'll do a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Hampton, South Carolina, Henderson, North Carolina, and Lancaster, South Carolina, and a lot of things. I have a lot of 3 days of the Californians and Phoenix, Arizona, et cetera. I have some days with New York and Virginia, blah, blah, blah. It's just a lot of things coming up that I want to make sure we are together so it'd be easier for us as far as the singing part is concerned. And it doesn't matter about who's on the show. I can only do what we do. So I just try to do what we do well. People are the ones who say he was good, he was bad, he was blah, 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 but Jesus is good all the time. So I ain't studying. I'm just going to do what I do and roll on. And that's what I'm looking forward to is to do these things and then kind of see what happens with the world, with this virus and with this, they say another one is coming and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just going to take it easy and let God do what he does.
Yeah.
And hope that all my guys can kind of stay together.
So how can they get in touch with George Dean and the Gospel Four?
They can actually reach George Dean at this point. I'm going to probably change that later and get somebody to do all that stuff for me. But I can be reached at 901-596-4763 is my phone number. Or you can email me at gdean333@att.net. You can send me some money if you want to. Cash out. It's $ capital J EARLENE capital D. Again, the cash sign, the money sign, y'all know what I'm talking about, and capital J, lowercase EARLENE capital D. It'll get me every time.
And this show goes all over the world, and there's a guest from Africa. I don't know them, but they send $1 to Predestined Show every week, literally from Africa.
That's beautiful.
I know. I'm like,
no,
okay.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
I got used to looking for that $1 now, So whoever you are, thank you.
Well, we're going to ask them to make their presence known for you.
Right.
Yes.
If you're listening. If you are the $1 giver and you're listening, make your presence known to Predestined. I think they would love that for real.
Yes.
Yes, we would. And we appreciate it. Even if it was only a quarter, 50 cents.
Hey. Yeah.
Yes.
No matter how much money you got, a quarter would be 25 cents more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you heard all the avenues that you can get in contact with George Dean. Get him to your city, get him to your state, get him to your town, all across the globe, and you would not be disappointed.
Amen.
All right?
No.
So it's been a pleasure.
I know that is correct.
It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure to have you on our show. And we will be contacting you again to do a part 3. Prayerfully. All right.
Hey, I'm good with that. It's not all the time that I get a chance to look at 2 lovely ladies sitting by side at the same time. Bless y'all so much. And I bless your heart. Bless your heart.
Total pleasure.
Yes.
And we've enjoyed you so much. And God bless you.
We're going to pray for her, though.
God bless.
Pray for me.
Okay. Hey, it's all in fun. I can appreciate that for real. Y'all take care of yourself and be safe and be warm up there where y'all are.
Yes, cold up here. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. God bless you.
Bye-bye.
God bless you both. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Carl and I was sitting around the house. I told Carl, I got a song I want to sing that's a little different than what we usually sing. It says, what is this that make me smile? What is this make me change my style? Took nothing, made something out of me, put a smile on my face for the whole world to see. He takes the ordinary, change the necessary, make the heart feel merry. That's what Jesus will do. Take the ordinary, change the necessary, make the heart feel merry. That's what Jesus will do. Took a withered hand, made a home, showed compassion for the weary soul, healed the blind so they could see, made the lame man walk like me. He takes the ordinary, change the necessary, make the heart feel merry. That's what Jesus will do. Take the ordinary, change the necessary, make the heart feel merry. That's what Jesus will do. He takes ordinary people, start them on their way. Oh, God used ordinary people and bless them every day. What is this that make me smile? What is this made me change my style? Took nothing, made something out of me, put a smile on my face for the whole world to see. He takes the ordinary, change the necessary, make the heart feel. That's what Jesus will do. Take the ordinary, change the necessary, make the heart feel merry. That's what Jesus will do. Oh, that's what Jesus will do. That's what Jesus will do. You know, they was trying to have a fest one day, but they didn't have no wine. Mary said, go get my boy Jesus. He can turn water into. I found out that's what Jesus will do. Change, make the heart feel better. That's what Jesus will do. That's what Jesus will do. Now, God expects us to help each other. You just got to help your fellow man. When I got up this morning and I saw a new day, I said, one more blessing, Lord, that you sent my way. When I looked around and I saw everybody doing okay, I said, one more blessing, Lord, that you sent my way. Lord, you bless me over and over and all through the day. I said, one more blessing, that you sent my way. When I got up this morning and I kneeled down to pray, I said, one more blessing, Lord, that you sent my way. And then he said, whatever is right, he said, I will pay. I said, one more blessing, Lord, that you sent my way. You bless me over and over and all through the day. I said, one more blessing, Lord. You know what? Lord, you bless me with joy and peace. And then you told me you would supply my need. And when things in my life, they turn cloudy and gray, oh, you keep on sending blessing my way. When I got up this morning, I kneel down to pray. I said, one more blessing, Lord, you send my way. You know what? My money, it got funny, but my bills, you helped me to pay. I said, one more blessing, you sent my way. You blessed me over and over again. One more.
This is the Predestined Gospel Show with your host, Donita Gibson, co-host Earl Whittington, and Ann Austin with a variety of guests.